here in the Hamptons, and it's super pretty. Taking pictures of me vlogging. Okay, so we are still on our way to the Hamptons. There's a little bit of traffic that's kind of held us back, so we got about an hour and 11 minutes left according to the GPS. So in the meantime, figured kill some time by talking about our transfer that's coming up and the progesterone injections we've been doing and some of that stuff. So anyways, yeah, so Wednesday we have our transfer and originally I was going to go to work. I have to provide like a standardized test to some students that day, so you know, it's kind of a no-no in the teacher world to leave on a standardized test day. But thankfully my boss is, well, not boss, but like grade level leader is really awesome. She's going through IVF too, so she knows what everything's like, and she basically told me, she insisted that I take the day off. She wanted me to rest, she wanted me to relax and not be stressed, and so it was really nice for her to do that. It was really thoughtful, and I feel bad for taking off, but I think she's right. I think I'll be really stressed going into the procedure, and with everything we've done to get to where we are, it might be too much to be like stressed from working and rushing to get over there. So I really appreciate that. That was so nice. So in preparation for it, I've been taking estradiol, or just estrogen tablets. The first few days I was taking just one a day. I can't remember the milligrams that each one is, but I was taking one a day every evening. And then as I've been going in for blood tests and ultrasounds, the ultrasounds, you know, they were scanning my lining and seeing how thick it was. And so I think they wanted it to be a little thicker. So they put me on 3 of the pills a day, one in the morning, one in the evening, and then one at bedtime. So I've been doing that, and when I took a scan last week, they said everything was progressing just perfectly, and so, which is awesome. So I've been continuing that, and then starting yesterday, which is 5 days before our transfer, they started me on progesterone, and so we've been doing the progesterone and oil injections, which I think is like the dreaded one that nobody wants to do because it can be painful, and you get it in your butt, kind of like the upper right or the upper quadrant of your butt, and so it's kind of hard to do yourself. So Grady's definitely been helping with that the last 2 days, and actually it's not as bad as I thought it would be. Based on everything I've been hearing, it's just so painful going in, and then it makes you sore and all of that. Overall feeling so far, it's just been the first 2, so I know it might start hurting like the longer we're doing it, but we really watched several videos online to really make sure we were doing it right. And there was one particular vlog that I saw, and I'll have to link it to this later, I can't remember her name. It was a nurse from an IVF clinic, I think in Las Vegas, and her name was like maybe Nurse Nicole. I could be wrong, maybe you've watched her. Her videos are really informative and really helpful, and so she showed precisely where to put it, how to do it, how to prevent it from hurting as bad as it can be. She said a lot of times the reason why it hurts so bad is because people aren't just doing it correctly, and that's why it hurts when it shouldn't hurt that much. So I started off with an ice pack on the spot just for a few minutes, and as Grady kind of prepared the injection, and then I laid on the bed, didn't put any pressure or weight on the spot, just laid there. I kind of like was just watching videos online while he got ready to do it, so I was kind of distracting myself. I took a few deep breaths, and then he was like, "Oh, you're done." And I was like, "Wait, are you sure?" Like, I didn't even feel it, and I don't know if it's just because I'd iced the spot well enough that I just couldn't feel it, or it was the way he did it, or it was probably both. But I really honestly didn't even feel the needle go in, and I didn't feel it come out, and so it felt great. And all day yesterday I didn't feel sore or anything, but it was around like probably last night, closer to this morning, that I started feeling a little more sore in that area. And so then we got up again this morning before he left for work to do our other shot. We've been having to do ours at sorry, there's some traffic. They're at 6 in the morning. Our doctor is having us do it between 6 and 8 in the morning every morning. So I think there's a way you can switch it to do it in the evenings, but I haven't been able to have time to speak with them how to change it. So for now, we're just gonna do the 6 in the morning one. We can't do it any sooner for some reason, they won't let you, but we both work really early in the morning, so we have to kind of do it at that time. So anyways, he did a great job. So it wasn't as bad as I was expecting, but I think it's half the battle is just getting the injection in the right spot and doing it in just the right way so that it doesn't hurt so bad. But again, my butt is a little more sore right now just sitting here, and I think it's just from the oil finally having time to maybe settle there perhaps. But anyways, we'll do that for 5 days, and then the 5th day is the actual procedure. They said they'll call us in, or they'll call us before noon to let us know when to come in. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna work. I think we're gonna try to be in the general area of where that office is. That office we have to go to is like an hour away. So I think we'll just kind of head on over there and plan to be there before noon that day. Maybe have breakfast in the area or something, and just get ready for it. And I know one thing they said that you can't do is have any kind of scented items on you. So no scented lotion, shampoo, you can't wear deodorant, obviously no perfume or cologne, and that applies for anybody that's in the room when the transfer happens, so that includes the husband as well. So we both can't wear deodorant.
I normally don't wear deodorant.
Yeah, because he's one of those like weird people who never smell bad when they sweat, which is really not fair, because guys are supposed to be the smelly ones and not girls, but I sweat like crazy. So I'm gonna be the stinky one, but whatever, what can you do? They said it's just supposed to be safer, I guess, for the embryos. I guess I don't know a lot about it. I'm sure many of you probably know more about that embryos are very sensitive, and, you know, smells can be maybe harmful to them. So that's one thing that they do require. So anyways, getting excited, ready for it to be done. I'm glad it's finally coming here. I'm trying not to stress out too much. So Grady decided, since it's coming up this weekend, I have a lot of other things going on work-wise and some other stuff, that it's gonna already be kind of stressful in the next few days. So he decided that we should spend this day just relaxing. So we're not gonna have a lot of time to go to the beach in the Hamptons, but at least we can just stroll on the sand in our bare feet, go to cool shops, have a nice dinner, and then just come home before it's too late. So it should be nice. I'm just trying to take it every moment one day at a time, not let myself stress out too much, and just kind of enjoy each other. So that's it.
If you're referring to my vanilla chocolate chip ice cream, it's really good, because that's what it is. Vanilla chocolate chip.
Having this ongoing debate on chocolate chip ice cream and the correct name. So I say it's just chocolate chip. Unless you put chocolate ice cream in it or mint in it, it's just chocolate chip ice cream. We don't call it vanilla chocolate chip ice cream because it's assumed that it is vanilla in it. But he insists that it's vanilla chocolate chip.
It's vanilla chocolate chip.
So sure enough, we're at an ice cream shop where it's labeled what?
Vanilla chocolate chip.
So what do you guys think? Is it vanilla chocolate chip or is it just chocolate chip? Here in the Hamptons, and it's super pretty. Taking pictures of me vlogging. And there was a wedding back there. I think you can see the bride in the distance. Hopefully we didn't get in their shots and ruin it. This is embarrassing. And there's the ocean. So it's kind of cold, but that's okay. We didn't plan well at all for what we were gonna wear. I'm in a dress. He's got shorts on. It was like 80 degrees where we live, stupidly not thinking about the fact that it's gonna be colder here. And so it's like in the 60s. And it's dropping really fast. So we're a little cold, but as long as we keep walking, we're good. So it's nice. This is how the other half lives, evidently. It's really